Well, I was finally able to see the remainder of the Gotham series, Series 1. So here it is, the good and the bad of episodes 7 through to 10. Obviously, if you haven't seen these yet, spoiler alert, because I'm just going to talk about everything in it. Okay, the good. Bruce Wayne is so much better in the second half. Pretty much everything I complained about for the first half was addressed in this. You know how I said that I didn't like that he had the attitude that he already knew everything even though he hadn't done anything, and that he needs to get some reality smacked into his head? Well, that's exactly what happened. He had some reality smacked into his head by Catwoman. That was fantastic. The conversation that she had with Bruce was exactly what I was hoping, telling him that, you know, you don't really understand the streets, all this stuff doesn't mean that much in the real world. And, you know, he got to go out to the streets with her and experience that for himself. See, that's good. He needs that kind of actual experience to become Batman, not just reading through files in a room and then suddenly he knows everything. So I take back what I said about Bruce in the first half because they cleared it up, they addressed it so much better. Also, you know, he had to deal with those bullies and that was good as well. However, yeah, I would have liked it a little bit if, like, when Alfred took him to the bully's house, Tommy Elliot, I think it was, so they're probably going to become friends later. You know, he gives him the watch and then he goes and beats the guy up. But would have been good if, like, Alfred, like, gave him, like, a fighting style or a technique, or maybe gave him some advice that sort of helped him to get that edge. Like, I mean, if I was writing it, I would have had Alfred say something like, that guy got the upper hand because he had all his friends backing him up. Let's just see how tough that guy is without his friends backing him up. I bet he'll crumble pretty quickly. Which is exactly what happened. As soon as Bruce, like, punched him the first time, he just, like, caved in. So that would have been good if Alfred just gave him a little bit of insight into, like, the bully mentality so he can beat him. That would have been good. And that's my next point. Alfred is amazing. How cool was that episode where Alfred and Bullock team up together? Those guys are great. And man, Alfred is so cool. Like, makes me wonder, has there ever been, like, a definitive prequel comic for Alfred? I mean, I know a few things have been mentioned in a few Batman comics here and there, but if there's, like, a definitive one, if it's like the Alfred that we saw in that episode, I would totally read that. Telling you, they should get that done. Even Fish Mooney was kind of on the back foot around Alfred. You know, Fish Mooney, whether you like her or not, her character was always kind of running the room in any situation. But Alfred, he's the only person that I've seen so far. Even Penguin has not yet been able to put her on the back foot like that, but Alfred was, and there was kind of a bit of a romantic vibe going on there. Did you sense it? I sensed it. I also really liked there was a good twist in the second half where it was revealed that Falcone actually recruited Penguin so that if he did survive, you know, the whole thing with Gordon supposed to shoot him, then he would come back and be Falcone's mole. That was a clever twist, and it was good because I do remember in the first episode, it did feel like, when I watched that episode, it felt like we skipped over something. Because you remember Penguin, Fish Mooney figures out that he snitched, so she, like, busts up his legs, she beats him up. Next thing, he's in the trunk of a car, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess that's okay. But now we saw there was a reason for that. They did actually skip over a scene. So it's good. It shows that they're planning ahead and they know what they're doing. It gives you confidence in a show. But it did also make me think, in episode 7, I think it was, just after that moment where Penguin sort of walks in and is like, I am Oswald Cobblepot, when they were about to arrest Jim Gordon, and it all comes to a head, and everyone realizes that Jim Gordon didn't really kill the Penguin. That was like set up that Gordon and Bullock are going to go at it now. And it kind of didn't. The next episode after that, it started with Bullock being like, hey, I gotta kill you now. But then the next scene, he's just kind of over it, and he walks in with his girlfriend, and he's like, yeah, they're gonna kill me anyway, so I'll side with you. See, that moment there, it felt like they also skipped over something. So they might do a Penguin-type reveal later on, where something happened there, like maybe Falcone, you know, went to Bullock and said, look, just continue to be his friend, just keep me updated on what he's doing. Maybe that's how Falcone knew that he was sort of coming to the house. Maybe that's why he had his girlfriend there. I know she sort of approached separately, but I'm just saying there might be a reveal about Bullock in there because it felt like they skipped something. But, I gotta talk about the bad. This is something I've been wanting to get off my chest for a while. Barbra. I hate this character. I hate her so much. Oh, man. Yeah, I know that Gordon ends up marrying Barbra, but I'm really hoping that this Barbra is not the same Barbra that he ends up marrying. I'm hoping that they're going to break up And then the next girlfriend he meets, he'll be like, oh, your name's Barbara as well. How weird is that? And then she can become like the one that's going to be his wife. Because this chick, I can't stand her. Everything about the way this character is written, she's not played very well by this actress. I can't stand her. You know, she spends the whole first half of the season, you know, having a go at Gordon all the time going, I don't understand. Why aren't you willing to tell me all these dangerous, life-threatening secrets of the criminal underworld that might get me killed? I don't understand why you don't want to tell me those things. And then the second half, when she does find out, she's like, I can't handle knowing all these things. Oh, why did you tell me these things? Now I'm in danger. Well, why do you think he didn't tell you in the first place, you idiot? Man, I mean, look, if any girlfriend or wife or whatever of a cop, especially a detective, would have to know that they're not going to tell you certain things, and it's for your own safety. But her, especially in the first half of it, she's constantly getting angry at him for not telling her this stuff, and then she's like sticking her nose in where it doesn't belong, and she's, like when she got captured by Falcone. That was a massive blunder on her part. He was going to end corruption in the city right there. He was going to arrest Falcone, and she stuffed it up. I hate that chick. She's so stupid. She's such a bimbo, and I don't know why he's not Commissioner Gordon. I don't know why Gordon would even stay with her all this time, and now she's like cheating on him with like another girl. Why would he stay with her? Like, she offers nothing. Just, I'm telling you, Gordon, she's got to go. She has got to go, man. Just bust in there between her and her girlfriend and just go all Nicolas Cage. That's what he needs to do. Or, you know, he could just break up with her. But in any case, everything they've done with his character, I don't like it. And I'm hoping she's not the same Barbara that he's going to end up marrying. Get rid of her, bring in another character that coincidentally happens to be called Barbara as well. And she can become his wife, because I don't like this character. Kill her, bust her head with a rock. I don't like her. Okay, got that out of my system. Now, last thing that was bad, and it even wasn't really that bad, it was just a little bit. The final episode was a little bit anticlimactic. It just sort of like, all his plans on that to like put the city back on track kind of fell apart, and he gets depressed and he gets sent to Arkham, and that's kind of it. There was no like cliffhanger where I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to see what happens next. Other than, you know, the murder of the Waynes does seem to be tied up with that whole land deal for Arkham, so if he's working in Arkham, we might get to see like more of that. But I don't know, that's not exactly a huge, you know, hunk of cheese to dangle out there to get us interested for the next season. I mean, I am interested for the next season, I will be watching it, but I think that could have ended a bit stronger, you know? Anyway, overall, Gotham, I really liked it. There's some really good stuff, there's some stuff that's really not that good, as with any show. But when season 2 starts, I'm definitely going to be doing like little mini reviews for each episode. And I'm actually thinking I might also review that Krypton show when it comes out. I'm actually a little bit more interested about that, because, like, I mean, if they can do a Gotham show without Batman, then I suppose why can't they do a Krypton show without Superman? Although we know the planet blows up at the end, so it kind of makes it all irrelevant what's happening. But, you know, there is a lot of lore for Krypton. It's an alien society, so it can be cool to sort of explore that world. We could see them like engineering Doomsday. You know, that was one of the versions of his origins. We could see Kandor. It'd be a good platform in which we could explore a lot of the DC space universe, which so far none of the movies have done. So there is a lot of good material there for Krypton. I would say there's a lot more reason to believe that that could work than Gotham could work, but Gotham has worked. So yeah, I'm also going to be interested to see what Krypton is going to be like, and apparently David Goyer is writing the first one. So we can expect a lot of flash forward, flashback, out of order stuff, and a lot of dark grittiness. And no Martians, because he hates Martians for some reason. So that's it, but before we go, I do have a question for you guys. To kick off the new year, I was thinking I might do a video covering all the mistakes I made in my videos over the last year. So if there's any mistakes I made in videos, put them in the comments below so I can include them in the video, just as like a fun sort of thing. I know that the save counter in my Man of Steel Final Verdict video, I missed a couple of the Christopher Reeve saves, but for the record, Henry Cavill Superman still does win. I know in my Terminator Genesis video, I said that in Terminator Salvation, John Connor didn't have any scars, but he actually did have them by the end of the movie. I forgot about that. That's actually a clever way for him to get his scars too. I know there's a lot of spelling mistakes, like in the opening scroll of Star Wars Phantom Menace, what it should be. So yeah, anything like that, put it down below so I can include it in the video. We can have a bit of fun pointing out how stupid I am. So thanks for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in the comments.